Hey girls, I'm getting a little bit of a baby bump. Check this out. You can sort of see it in here, but I'm so excited. Just trying to like show it off every chance I get. So I'm 13 weeks today, feeling a little bit better, and so I'm just gonna talk while I like start unloading my dresser drawers because I can't really wear any of my old pants, haven't been able to in a while, and a lot of my shirts are getting kind of tight. Your boobs grow a ton your first trimester of pregnancy, so I gotta empty out a lot of my drawers and start making room for some maternity stuff. One of my really good friends is like the same coloring as me, she's the same size as me. We like enjoy a lot of the same like colors and styles, and so she's passed along a whole pad of maternity clothes that she collected during her pregnancy. She had a baby 8 months ago, or 10 months ago, and so now I'm using them and adding to them, and then I'll give them back to her for her second pregnancy. So anyway, I figured I'll just talk while I do this, and I'll give you like a little update on just my life right now, and I will also talk with you about just some stuff I've been thinking about with faith, because I feel like as I'm about to become a mom in a few months and entering the second trimester now, yay! It just makes me like think about life and faith and what's really important and what I really want for my child to know someday. And so I guess I'll just talk about that first, and then I'll give you an update on how things are going here because it's been a rough few weeks. So I wrote this in my journal recently for baby Minnie, as we call him or her. Little baby, I pray you know how precious you are, how fully loved you are. I pray you know how to receive love and how to bask in the love of your daddy God. I pray you know how to love others out of the abundance inside you. And if you know these three things and nothing more, then my role as your mother will have been 100% successful. So I still have to work on it, but I was just thinking like, I want to finish writing that and just kind of think about like, of all the things you want to teach your children, right? Because there's like, you're a mom, like what an intimidating role like to play in somebody's life, what an incredibly important role, and like overwhelmingly scary sometimes. And I'm just thinking like, what are the most important things? Because you can only have so many most important things that you want your child to take on, and I think those are the three things that I want this baby to take on. I want her to know, or him. I have like James and I both think it's a girl, so I keep saying her, and then I catch myself because I'm like, a lot of my friends thought their babies were girls and they were boys, so who knows. But I want him or her to know how to receive love and how to love them. And oh no, first, here we go. I want him or her to know how precious he or she is, how fully loved they are. I just want them to know like how loved they are. And I just feel like that's the number one thing in life, like in our faith, in our, you know, just everything about who we are. It all comes down to knowing we're loved. I really believe that. And I think sometimes we try to do Christianity out of a place of like trying to earn love and trying to prove ourselves. And I think really what Christianity and what our faith is meant to be is to come from a place of knowing, fully knowing that we are so loved, that we are invaluable, that there is somebody, our Father God, who delights in us no matter what. And I just want my kids to know like their God delights in them and their parents delight in them, and whether they make mistakes because they're going to, or whether they've been doing everything right, like either way, like they are delighted in, they are precious and valuable. And so that kind of goes into the second thing. I pray you know how to receive love, how to bask in the love of your daddy God. So I want to know they're loved in general, like by me and James and other people in their life, but also how to just bask in the love of their Heavenly Father, to just rest in that and be fully assured of that. And I think that if we want to grow in our faith, like that has to be the first step. Like the book of 1 John in the Bible talks about how we love because God first loved us. And I think so many times we try to love without that prerequisite. We try to love without really knowing how much our God loves us. And I just want, like, I want that for my baby, and I want that for all of us, for myself, for you girls, like just to have everything we do, everything we are, come from this place of like, I know that I'm loved. I can rest in that love. Like I'm not trying to compete for that love. I'm not trying to earn that love. I'm like fully at rest knowing that I already have it, and I'm already so loved by my daddy God, and just that like intimacy, that incredible intimacy. And then that leads to the third thing, and I think the third thing is often where we focus our energy on. Like, I pray you know how to love others. And so we spend a lot of our time trying to love God and love others, but it has to come out of the abundance inside you, that you are already so full of love, so full of God's love, knowing that you are loved just as you are, and knowing that you're accepted just as you are, and that God's at work in you, and he's changing you, and he's making more like you, more who he made you to be, like more fully the person he wants you to be, more of the character he wants you to have, and all that. But out of the abundance of that love inside you that you're resting in, it then just spills naturally onto others. There's no need to force it. There's no need to like try to manufacture something. There's no need to try to like manufacture a love for God or manufacture a love for others. It's just kind of it just starts to come. Like, I really believe that. I think we spend a lot of time trying to like change ourselves even, and like be like, well, I gotta fix this about myself. I gotta fix this, gotta be different. And I just think that even being changed to be more like Christ is a lot less about us trying to fix ourselves and a lot more about coming and resting in his love and like bringing ourselves and every secret we have into the light of his love and just resting and basking in it. And then he starts to change us, and he'll like bring things to mind, and not all at once. It's not like he brings every little sin to mind at once, but like he'll just bring issues to mind one at a time in his perfect timing, and just be like, I'm gonna work with you on this now. I'm gonna work with you on this now. And then I start trying to like force a change. It becomes more like this simple response. And I feel like when God is changing me, all I have to do is rest in his love all day long. Like, and it's not like I'm trying to do that. It's just like trying to be aware of him, trying to keep coming back to this awareness of how much he loves me. And then he'll just give me these little nudges, like, don't do that right now. Do this, say this right now, reach out to this person right now. And it's like he starts changing me without me even having to try and force a change. You know what I mean? So I feel like we spend a lot of our lives trying to manufacture all this stuff, when I think we're meant to just bask in the love of our daddy God and say, I just want to love you back. I want to respond to that love. I want my life to be a response to that love. And so the way I live and how I act and how I love God and how I love others, it's all a response. It's not like trying to earn love, trying to prove I'm good enough. It's just responding to this incredible love. So I hope that makes sense. It's what I've been thinking about a lot lately as I've been laying on my couch too nauseous to move. The past few weeks have been actually really, really tough. The morning sickness has just been like all day long, every day, like 24/7. And it's gotten so bad that a lot of days just sitting up straight makes me dry heave. And standing up for more than a couple minutes makes me dry heave or throw up. Taking a shower, one of my favorite things to do in the winter, is like the worst thing in the world because it takes longer than 5 minutes, and so, at least for me, and so by the time I get out, I'm like dry heaving over the toilet, and I feel terrible, and it kind of like ruins my day. So it's just been tough because I feel like I'm almost bedridden. There are like 1 or 2 good days a week, which are like days where I can actually stand up for a few minutes and like wash a few dishes here and there before I get nauseous again and have to lay down, or can like go somewhere as long as I'm curled up on the couch and don't have to stand up or move, you know. But it's felt very like paralyzing. Like I just can't function in my own life, which is hard and kind of like really depressing, honestly. And so anyway, last week, I ended up going to my doctor again and just talking with her, and I was like, she's like, yeah, well, I talked with one doctor, and she's like, it sounds like you are really dehydrated, so you might need to go on like IV fluids. And then I talked with my sister, who's a doctor, and she's like, I was thinking the same thing, but I wonder if you should try Gatorade first, just see if that helps, because water like didn't sit well. It made me so nauseous to drink water. And so, and like every kind of food made me nauseous. I would get these random cravings though, which were hilarious, especially because if I didn't get them within like 10 minutes and then I got them afterwards, I like wanted nothing to do with them. I'd be like, I really want a burger, I want a burger. And then if like a half hour passed and the burger got there, I was like, I can't even eat this right now. Like it's making me want to throw up. So my poor husband, he's like, this is so fun, it's an adventure. I'm like, what's Tiffany gonna crave today? Why don't I go get her right now? And he'll just like run out and get it for me. Sometimes like on his lunch break at work, I'll be like, can you pick up this to-go order for me? Thankfully, there's all these restaurants in walking distance of our apartment and his work, because he works 4 blocks from our apartment and we live right in a downtown area. So there's tons of great restaurants, which is such a gift. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, food cravings have been hilarious, but for the most part, I like don't even want to think about food. Like, it makes me want to throw up just thinking about it. And so, yeah, so anyway, I went to my doctor. She's like, so I tried Gatorade, that's where I was going with this. And then I went to my OBGYN and she was like, you kind of need to get on meds because we need to like get you hydrated. My blood pressure is getting really low from dehydration. And I like hate medicine, period. Like when I'm not pregnant, like it makes me so nervous because I've had allergic reactions, like hives to different medication. So I just like get super nervous about it. And I like don't want it to hurt the baby. And so I was telling her that and I'm like, oh, I just like, there's a lot of medications I don't want to take because I'm afraid of how they'll affect the baby and me. And so she put me on this one that has been around for years. So there's been lots of studies on it. And she was like, it hasn't been linked to any birth defects or anything that's bad for the baby. And I was like, I probably should not research this on my own at home because that will just freak me out. But she put me on the lowest dose that there is, which is like half of what they usually give people. But it actually has been helping like a good amount. I'm like so thankful. It's a lifesaver. I've taken it for 4 days now and still starting around 6 p.m. each night I like can't function anymore because I feel so nauseous. But like, and during the morning is a little tough, but like I have an afternoon now where I actually like took a 10-minute walk today, which I haven't been able to do in like 7 weeks, and it felt like amazing. It was such a gift. Maybe I did take a walk in there, but it was like very rare. Like I just couldn't move much. And so yeah, it's been like such a gift and I'm starting to like feel better, and now I'm in week 13, second trimester is about to start, and so I know I'll start feeling less nauseous as well just from that, and so things are on the up, which makes me so happy. So that's what's been going on here. Oh, other news. Are you guys even watching this anymore? I feel like if it was me, I'd be like, okay, tuning out at this point, she's just talking too much, so sorry, but just giving you an update. The other thing is, my computer got dropped the other night and it broke. So I didn't feel well enough today to get to the Apple store and like talk to them about a replacement. And so I have to do that, which stinks, but so I can't edit this video. So this is going to be a Tiffany uncut video, very fun. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. Where was I going? Oh yeah, so as I've been like on my couch this whole time, that's what I've been thinking about, is just like this idea of what's most important, like what is our faith all about, and I just keep coming back to those 3 things. And this is my prayer for my baby and this is my prayer for you girls. So I'll read it one more time and then feel free to add stuff in your comments below and let me know if you have any like video ideas. I might do more of this like while cleaning or unpacking or whatever I'm doing. So let me know if that's of interest to you. But yeah, let me just close with this prayer for you girls. I pray that you know how precious you are, how fully loved you are. I pray you know how to receive love, how to bask in the love of your Daddy God. I pray you know how to love others out of the abundance inside you, which can take a while to store up. And if you know these 3 things, I think that that is the heart of our faith. So I love you girls. Thanks for being with me today, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.